Stoutmeister here, and it's been a while since we've had this guy on the show, so say hello to the Mr. Random Xbox.
Good evening, infidels.
And how is your evening, good sir?
Well, it's the middle of allergy season. It's not rained in several days, so the air is thick with the, well, seed of plants, and it is filling up my lungs. So, it's great. Just fan-freaking-tastic.
Oh yeah, dude, I just recovered from that myself, and I still got a little bit of a sore throat. But, yeah, that doesn't upset me nearly as much as this article right here.
Oh, this thing. This thing.
Apparently, if you are an atheist, you are autistic. And if you're autistic, you are an atheist.
1 second. Hold on. There's this tingling in the back of my head. I don't know what it is. Oh, I think it's my BS detector. Yep, it's my BS detector.
And how strong is the signal, man?
The force is strong with this one.
Just reading this freaking article right here. Who gave this guy his degree?
Somebody who had a sick sense of humor. And I have a very sick sense of humor. And even I think that this is messed up.
Let's delve into this article right here really quick now, shall we?
Oh yes, let's delve into it. Delve, dingus. Anyway.
Oh yeah. Smart ass. Autism associations around Turkey have reacted angrily after the head of Adana's Health and Education Associations for Autistic Children reportedly said autistic children were atheists due to a lack of faith in the section of their brains.
I was unaware of the fact that there was a part of your brain dedicated entirely to religion.
I always thought that you had to learn about faith over time, and even then, I always thought that faith was a form of trust. Just the difference between regular trust and faith. You don't need evidence for faith.
It's really that simple. Faith is like just about completely emotional. Actually, I think by definition, faith, what was it? I sent you a link earlier, just a moment ago, and it was the definitions of faith. And I believe one of these definitions was believing without evidence. Do you mind if I read these definitions really quickly? There's only 3 of them.
Oh, go ahead, man.
According to Merriam-Webster, I'm on their Merriam-Webster website. Faith, allegiance to a duty or person, or loyalty in this case. Fidelity to one's promise, sincerity of intentions. Belief in trust and loyalty to God, belief in the traditional doctrines of a religion. Firm belief in something for which there is no proof or complete trust. And the third definition, something that is believed especially with strong conviction. Especially. Really? Okay, don't know why that's done there twice, but a system of religious beliefs, the Protestant faith. On faith without question. There we go. And we should be linking this in the description, will we not?
Oh yeah, I love giving the sources in the description down below.
There we go. We're gonna be hearing that a lot. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's allergy season, man. Like I said, I just recovered from mine.
Yep, and mine just hit me a couple of days ago. You know what I am? I am currently taking Tylenol and Delsum.
I took some Tylenol myself. Are you taking multi-symptom?
It's the liquid stuff in it. Tastes... Ugh. No thank you. No gracias. No thank you.
Getting back on topic here.
Yeah.
Autistic children do not know how to believe in God because they do not have a section for faith in their brains, sociologist Femi Kaya reportedly said. This is why they don't know how to pray, how to believe in God. It is necessary to create awareness, or religion, in these children through methods of therapy. Prayer is something that you're taught to do when you're young, being raised up in a religious household. You don't just have that part in your freaking brain.
Wait, so if you're autistic, you don't know how to believe in God because it says they don't have a section for faith in their brains. Well, really, no offense, nobody does. It is something that you're taught. It's something you're either born into, which some people have a problem with, some don't. or it's something that you are introduced into. It's something that you join yourself. It's not something that's built into you. It's really not. I mean, granted, I've heard of some cases. This is just hearsay, so you don't have to take this seriously. Take it with a grain of salt. I have heard cases of people who have grown up in very isolated communities, and even they start to develop a religion, but that's just sort of something that happens because people need something to believe if they don't have something to believe. But that doesn't necessarily mean that there's anything in the brain that says, oh, you have this part of the brain, you therefore are going to be religious.
It is not something you are born with. You have to be taught these certain rituals and these certain doctrines in order to know how to pray to a god and to know all about the religion. Just another way for these people to promote their religion and for people to make Christianity and other religions look bad in general just because of assholes getting exposure like this.
I'm telling you, this detector in the back of my head, dude, it is just screaming right now. It's nuts. It's crazy.
Is it like the Jedi Force, or is it beyond the Jedi Force that you're feeling right now, man?
I don't know if it's beyond that yet. But, okay, here's the thing. People know how to do something. Even, a hardcore atheist knows how to pray. Even a hardcore atheist knows how to believe in God. They just don't. Something that has either happened, something they have learned, basically, it just makes it to where they can't. They don't. They might know how to, and they might know how and why people do believe it, but, like I said, it still doesn't have anything to do with a part of your brain. It doesn't have anything to do with, a cluster of cells in your head. It's not that. It has nothing to do with that.
Well, Richard Dawkins must be a brilliant autistic person.
I don't actually know if Richard Dawkins is autistic.
I haven't heard that, but even if he were, still a brilliant guy.
Yep.
If he is autistic, then he's not an atheist because he's autistic. Moving on. Kaya's statement caused a strong backlash in the country, with individuals and associations speaking out against his remarks. The president for the Association of Protection of Autistic Children, ODER, Ingan Gungor, told the Hurriyet Daily News that the remarks were unfortunate. I do not know what purpose the statement serves, Gungor said, adding that the media should also be sensitive towards the exposure of such statements. This is a statement that could upset around 3.5 to 4 million people, Gungor said. We believe that the press should feel the responsibility of that as well, and should look better into these things before publishing them.
Wait. You mean to tell me that the press should think before they act? Oh, nonsense. Nonsense.
Oh, what sorcery is this? What kind of thinking is that? I've never heard of this thinking before. I thought that they just wrote down the first thing they hear about and talk about it like gossiping teenage girls.
Well, that's what they should do. It's not like they should do what this dude advises, which is think before you act. No. That's old school. No, you just do something. YOLO swag.
420 blaze it, faggot.
Yeah.
Kaya told the Daily News that his remarks have been taken out of context, with news reports fixating on autism. The message I wished to give was not about autism and atheism, but to highlight that these children cannot communicate, cannot form empathy, live in their own worlds, and are isolated. I meant that we should take them out of their isolation with proper therapy methods, he said. Kaya said development came in layers, and that as autistic children developed further socially and mentally, a dimension of faith would also be developed. I meant that they were disabled in a way, like a hearing disability, because they are not aware of why people believe. I did not say that all autistic people are atheists, Kaya said, adding that faith would normally exist in kids.
I call a person basically retracting everything they said to cover their butts. Because here's what he said, quote, autistic children do not know how to believe in God because they do not have a section for faith in their brains. That is why they do not know how to pray, how to believe in God. It is necessary to create awareness or religion in these children through methods of therapy. You may have not directly said these children are autistic atheists, but guess what? Through easily just looking at what you said, it is clear that is what you meant. It's like, if you're going to say something stupid, sir, at least own up to it. Because lying about it just makes it worse. It just makes people even angrier.
And not only lying about something, but trying to get rid of the evidence completely, like a certain event that happened to me very recently.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know, like, where that's going. Sorry.
You remember my 4th Fantard commentary where I collaborated with that individual, right?
Not really. I don't, actually. I didn't watch that one. I think... Was it the girl?
It was the girl that I collaborated with, yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that, but I didn't watch any of, like, I didn't watch the edited version of it.
Well, she pretty much flagged my video down because I was compromising her identity by mentioning her username. And I actually did a video on that a couple days ago.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that reminds me of when Undertaker Freak 1127... Oh, did I just mention his username? Flagged the Amazing Atheist because the Amazing Atheist had him in the video. I'm sorry, but here's the way I see it, and I still stand by my opinion. If you post yourself on YouTube, you do not have the right to flag somebody for also posting something on YouTube, especially if it's something that you posted yourself. For example, I have videos up, and if someone decided that they were going to commentate on what I did and debunk what I said, and they decided to use video or audio of me, I would not have the right to flag them, because I am the one who put myself in that position to be scrutinized.
And not only that, with the Amazing Atheist, he just took Undertaker Freak's clip. With my situation, I collaborated with this person. We agreed on this collaboration, and she wanted to be a part of it, so me being the nice person that I am, I let her in on it, and I plugged her channel in the description, but I have a video for that where I talk about this, so I'm going to leave that as an annotation and in the description for that. And I need to do a toast really quick for this Kaya person right here with my mug. Yeah, take good note of what this text has to say, and cheers.
Sadly, I have no amazing mug. I feel incomplete.
Well, go to Spencer's gift shop.
Yeah, we don't have those here.
Well, whenever you go on vacation out of town and you go into the mall and you see a Spencer's, you should see one there. Anyways, let's get back to therapy sessions to make believers. That is in this article right here. Kaya also said that they would turn autistic children into believers through sessions that would be offered for free at therapy centers in the future. The sessions, which have been confirmed by the culture houses of Adena's Yoruger Municipality. Sorry for butchering that word, but fuck it.
It's municipality.
Thank you. Are set to start in June and will be able to serve over 30 children. The same houses will also offer further therapy sessions for children with disabilities. When asked whether or not the houses aimed at turning autistic children into believers, a Culture House official confirmed the matter, but Kaya denies such objectives. Every child understands when you tell him or her to fear God, but an autistic child will not. Kaya also told the Daily News, once he starts to develop normally, belief will come in time. We do not have the idea of creating a section for faith in their brains.
Bull crap.
Oh, I gotta drink up to that too.
Okay. Now, I should say this real quick. Stout, do you want to know why this article ticks me off so much?
Why does it piss you off so much?
Alright. As some of you may know, I am a rather, well, I guess you could say a relaxed Christian. I didn't say lapsed, I said relaxed. I'm not very, I guess what you could say, militant.
Oh, you're a normal, rational-minded Christian that doesn't judge other people with different beliefs? That's so unheard of! The media doesn't portray Christians as that, or anybody of any other religion. They always show the psychopaths of the religion.
What can I say? We're a lovable bunch. But, but the reason this article makes me mad is because while I was never officially diagnosed, and you and I were talking about this earlier, I was never technically diagnosed. I do not have any sort of paper or medical bill stating that I do in fact have it, but I have taken a few tests, nothing major or official, and I have talked to one of my doctors. I didn't get to have a full conversation. It was just a moment or two, but all of these things have pointed to the apparently very high possibility that I have a high-functioning form of autism called Asperger's syndrome. And it's not Asperger's, it's Purgers, like purgatory. But anyway, what it does, basically, is it is characterized by a general inability to understand social cues, or the inability, like, for example, a lot of people with it don't know maybe when it's their turn to talk. Maybe turn talk. I just realized I didn't even use the word to in that. A lot of them don't know how to recognize facial expressions or body language. They don't understand really anything to do with social cues. They have, and because of this, may have difficulty making friends. And quite frankly, it absolutely sucks. It really sucks. It's miserable. I had to take a psychology class last year just so that way I could understand even the most basic parts of body language or facial expressions because I didn't recognize them. And that made my middle school life and the first year of my high school life completely miserable. It's terrible. And the fact that a person would sit here and villainize people, basically, because that's what it seems, that's what he's really doing here. He's villainizing, I'm sorry, these people who have autism and who have, many of them have far worse kinds of autism than Asperger's. Asperger's, I just called it that myself, Asperger's, because that's very, very mild compared to some of these. I don't know if any of you have heard about this, but I actually was talking to a friend the other day, and he was telling me about a story about a girl who had autism, and what she would do when the people would talk to her, she would type something on a computer, and they found out that people with autism can understand absolutely everything you say. They can understand everything. They can even think what they want to tell you. They can even think. The problem is that they cannot get their body to do whatever it is. She had to type out this message, and it took her quite some time. And she basically described it as, like, you know why, like, a lot of people with autism hit themselves? Because it's like a burning sensation to them. It's like it's like their brain thinks that there's like pain where it's at, so they like hit something and it makes the pain go away. Or like a lot of them don't look at people because it's like their brain is taking like millions of pictures of them. That's why they don't look at people when people talk to them. It's a miserable existence. And quite frankly, I know for a fact that if I had it, I would probably, dude, I honestly don't think I would live. This is kind of dark, but I honestly think I would probably kill myself if I had that. It's terrible.
Dude, I actually remember watching that video like a couple nights after I did my video bringing awareness to my girlfriend's daughter's brain cancer situation, and that story pretty much touched me on how the parents were so dedicated in helping their child at least try to live as normal of a life as possible, and learning more about her situation with her high level of autism. And man, just that's just really heartbreaking stuff right there. But it's really amazing at the same time that they can actually do these certain things as well.
I'm pretty sure you've heard about that one guy. He's he has autism, and he flew over New York one time in a helicopter and drew the whole city almost perfectly from memory.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook too, on one of those picture things. That was really amazing too. So, a lot of autistic people are really, really brilliant people. It's just the communication part, but other than that, really, really amazing on what a lot of these people can do. Hell, a lot of people that I know that are autistic are not atheists at all. Some of them are, but some are pretty good Christians as well. And first part, when I was in freaking elementary school and middle school, I befriended an autistic person that he couldn't socialize with anybody, and all he wanted to do was skateboard by himself, and if you kept him company, that was perfectly fine. But yeah, he just does not know how to talk to people at all, and within the last couple of years or so, he's kind of built up to do that as well. But man, and for that guy to villainize autistic people like that, and just people with illnesses in general, really, really sickens me.
I mean, you really shouldn't villainize, like, an innocent person. Like, and by innocent, well, one could argue none of us are innocent, but I mean a person who's never really done anything major to hurt somebody. You shouldn't villainize these people, but I think the reason that it makes many of us so angry is when you villainize people who really don't have an easy way of defending themselves. Like I was saying, it took her like a long time just to type out a message on a computer. It's not like they can go marching and rallying or anything. It's not like, they can get on TV or YouTube and make a video, like, easily anyway, and do this. It will be very difficult for these people to defend themselves in any way. And that's why this makes me so mad. It's not because of the possibility that I might be on the autistic spectrum. It's not because, it's not because, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I completely lost myself. But the problem is that he's villainizing these people, and he's giving a complete falsehood. There's no science to support this. There's no psychology to support this. This is literally somebody who just pulled a hypothesis out of thin air, and then just basically got a news report to publish it. It's not right. It's wrong.
And he profits off of villainizing autistic people, and more than likely he knows what he's doing. Not saying that he's knowingly doing this 100%, but god damn, I hate these fucking people.
This just makes me sick. It really does. Okay, and honestly, I guess one problem I'm looking at here is that I didn't even think of, and I'm mad at myself for not thinking of it at first, was what's wrong with being an atheist?
Really, nothing. It's just a different form of belief. If you're gonna find something wrong with atheism, how about the people that just blindly follow whatever is trendy at that particular time, or doing it just because of one bad scenario in their life, instead of actually educating themselves on a particular subject before going with that? I could see in that particular scenario, but if you actually educate yourself at least enough to know that this is what you believe, then what the hell is really the problem?
Wait. You mean to tell me that there's a Christian who actually, I don't know, looks at things from both perspectives and understands why people agree and disagree?
This is a very new concept, Xbox. I don't think anybody else has discovered this type of thinking before. Maybe that's why this sociologist talked about faith the way he did. Maybe he's just ignorant, or maybe he knows, but he's just a dipshit.
I'm inclined to believe the second one, to be honest with you.
I will go with the latter as well.
Alright, and about what I said earlier, if you are by chance watching this and you know someone who is autistic, or maybe you yourself are autistic, or anything really, about what I said earlier, when I said if I had like that bad autism, I don't know if I would be able to live. Please help them, like whoever you know who has autism, or help people who do help autism. Sometimes I don't know how people with autism think. I don't. So I don't know if they're happy. I don't know if they're all miserable. I don't know. But just try to help them make their lives as good as possible.
And people should do that in general with everybody, but especially for people that are going through something, either autism or any medical disability in general. Just do everything you can to actually bring light to their day. Just make them feel like that they have a purpose on living. If they're feeling all depressed, give them a friend. Give them someone that actually understands them. I mean, I've had to do that with a couple autistic friends that I'm still friends with, as well as people in general that don't have these medical illnesses. It's a sick world, and there aren't enough people that will do that, so why not just give that a shot?
We sound like Miss America here, but...
America! Fuck yeah!
That's funny. But... I'm just saying, I really, really hope that this guy does not keep saying this stuff. I would honestly, maybe it's a bit optimistic, but I honestly hope that he will realize what he said and realize that what he said was wrong. And I'm not normally someone to say that something is inherently right or wrong, but accusing somebody of who has a medical or a genetic problem, they don't actually really know what causes autism yet. They really actually don't really know what autism is. We just know it exists. And but anybody who has issues, or anybody in general, you don't need to accuse people of being something when it's not an absolute. That honestly, well, just to look at a stereotype, for example, that would be like me calling all black people thieves. They're not. One of my best friends is black. That would be like me calling all gay people flaming homos who won't get out of your face. My best friend is gay. But he is my absolute best friend.
My godfather is Ethiopian, and he's a very successful engineer, and pretty much one of the greatest human beings that you could ever come across, and like a second father to me, pretty much. And I'm friends with all his kids as well, and they're not thieves.
Do you have any gay friends, Stout? Odds are you do.
I do have a couple gay friends. I have a couple gay neighbors. I just know people of just about all kinds of creeds and races and all that other stuff too.
But anyway, just without trying to get preachy here, we're just saying that what this guy has done is it's wrong. It's unacceptable to accuse these people of all being atheists just because they're autistic, when for one thing, there's absolutely no scientific evidence to support his claim at all. There's not even a little spritz of it. It is just... It's not even pseudoscience. Pseudoscience would imply that a person thinks that they have logic. Or that would imply that it has actually something to do with science. This doesn't. Psychology is a science. This has nothing to do with psychology. And I mean that by saying psychology would imply that he was trying to do something good, and he's not.
Well, let's just hope he apologizes, and if he keeps up this bull crap, somebody needs to strip that degree away from him.
But yeah, I agree. But I'm done. I don't have much else to say.
Well, I'm gonna propose one final toast with my Monster Chaos, which is right here, and cheers. Stay tuned for more videos, take care, see you later, and nice collaboration, Random Xbox.
Anytime.